Guys, so let's do a quick little video of the remote control blend manifold from Southeast Sopwash, which is in Australia, which we're really trying to get over here. We'll work that one out later, but this is the benefit that I love. I've been using this since middle of last year when I got it, so it's been on the truck for just over 7 months now. That's the remote. Had a little bit of water damage it was in my pocket, got a little bit of water damage in behind the paper. But you got to remember, these things are getting updated all the time. They're changing the models, they're changing the remotes, they're just upgrading, changing things all the time. So this is, 7 months old. This remote's probably changed by now. You don't know until you buy one. So this is the benefit that I get and I use all the time, and it's great. So we're doing this property. Let's have a quick look. All right, so we're up here on the single story granny flat. We're doing the house. Doing the house, the granny flat, and the shed. We just did the shed because that's on level ground with the truck. So we're already up one level, and then we come across here and we're up on another level. So the great thing about the remote control is I got it on 6% and soap. It says on 2, so we'll take it back to 1. So 1 and 6. So 6%, we're just going to hit this real quick. We'll just need to drizzle the roof and then just hit it with the light wash. So it'll be real quick on this one. And then that roof up there is not too bad. There's a couple of spots. The roof and the paint has faded and it is pretty perished. We definitely won't be walking on that roof because of the pitch. So we'll get the platform ladder over here and then we'll spray all that roof from one spot. So we won't even hop on that roof to clean it. This one's here. I like to hop on these because I can spray this side, let it sit, and then I can change it over the water, and then I can rinse, and then I can do the same, change it back to 6%, rinse, and then I'm off the roof. Then I can put it on 1%, do around the base, and then I can throw the hose back over there, go back up there, hit this side, hit the far side, and then take the hose out the front and hit all the railing and everything. So I can go from the 6% all the way to 1. If you put the bypass on, you can change it from 1 to 0.5% because you're feeding it more water. But it's just the great thing is, like, I just put this in my pocket. I've changed everything from here. So you think about the savings, like I'm doing three jobs in one job. It'll save me probably 15-20 minutes on this job, just not running back down to the track, not getting off the roof and not walking down the stairs. So it saves me a ton of time. I'm much quicker on my jobs. To say I'm doing the house wash and then I want to hit a little bit of concrete down the side of the house and it's really bad and I haven't got the pressure line out, and I can just change my chemicals 6%, smash that bit of concrete, and then away I go, I'm gone. Concrete comes up clean, customer's happy, and I haven't even walked back to the truck. So sometimes the signal gets stuck where you can't change it, and that's normally because one of two things: you've got too many obstacles in the way. It's not designed to push through big buildings, or the fact that the battery's probably getting flat. I try and put my remote control on charge every 4 days just to top it up and keep it topped up. And then away we go. So this is 6%. Real quick, the paintwork's already cactus. This is just getting it ready for sale. So we're just hitting it, and that's pretty much bleached that straight away. So what we want to do is just going to wet a little bit down there. It's going to get all the way down there, soak it all the way down the bottom. Stick it there, you see it. So what you want to do, I know it's a waste, but you just want to flick a bit of water down there every now and again. I know it's chlorine in the line, but you just want to keep that roof damp. So don't do areas too big that you can't control. You don't want it drying on the roof. All right, so we're finished there. Still got chemical on the line, so I'm going to pull out the remote. Quickest way to get back, because you're on 6%, quickest way to get back is just to turn it off. And wait for it. You see it's linked up with the green light, and then the status will go nothing. So got to wait, 20 seconds, 30 seconds for the isolators to go back around to 0. You got to wait for them to go back around to 0. I just got a little bit of chemical left in the hose, so I'm just going to wet the roof just where it didn't pop quite fully. It's a little bit heavier down this end, but anyway, give that a couple of minutes. And what we'll do is we'll just throw the last little bit over the rest of the roof. So that'll probably do a little bit of damage. I'll switch it. So we'll just throw the last little bit over the rest of the roof, and they'll probably just need a little tiny bit to finish off. I could have done this all in one hit, but I don't like to walk on a roof with a bit of soap. I like to flush everything out. So I just keeping this roof damp. See how everything's damp. Nothing's dried out. And then the best idea to do, because I'm doing this, I'm going to pretty much flush the whole roof, which I'm going to blow all these leaves off. And the biggest thing is you'll see little pockets of black that were underneath the leaves. So then I can go back through and just spot spray those little clumps where they were, because I'm just doing it in here. So I'll pretty much, we'll pretty much change over chemical, use the chemical for about 2 minutes, and then change it back over. Because you got to remember, I'm filming this in real time, so this roof is literally going to take me 10-15 minutes, and you charge, whatever you charge per square meter for that. So you're going to make good money because you're not going back down to the truck. And we've got the sun coming out, so we're just going to fight that. I just got to wait for the last little bit of chemical to come out. But yeah, that's the great thing about having that in your pocket. You can change it. You don't have to walk down. You can kinda do a roof to the edge. I don't like to recommend it if you're not happy or not safe on a roof. You've got harnesses and stuff. You've got to check with your state laws about all that. Queensland, you're allowed to be on a roof with gutters, as long as the gutters are under 3 meters and they're a single level and they're under a 28-degree pitch, you're allowed to be on it without a safety harness. Last time I checked, can't guarantee that. That's just what I'm saying. Can't guarantee it. Go check your local laws. I'm definitely walking on that roof there. So you can see somebody's tried to clean it in the middle there. You can see where somebody's come off the bottom and come off the top and missed the middle. I'd say they haven't been able to, they've probably walked along the ridgeline or sat down and put the whirlybird down, and then they haven't fully got to clean. I'd say that's what's happened last time. Whoop, there it is. You can see it just there in the middle. All right, so you just seen before, we just dropped the last little bit of chemical out of the hose, which was this section down here. So, there's 30 seconds of water in the line or chemical in the line. So we did need that much chemical to finish off the property, because that's where we were standing, just on that black section there. So You can see all the roof is dried down flat, but the roofs were flat to start with because the paint's perished, but it all looks consistent. If you come and pressure wash a roof like this, you're probably going to leave lines on it because you're going to take a lot of this paintwork off. The chemical does take a little bit off, but if you keep it wet and keep it moving, you don't take too much off. At the moment, it's not quite too chalky, it's just sun faded. So by the time the chemical comes through, we can pretty much shut it off, because we really just got that section there, a couple of spots there and a couple of spots down the bottom there. So we'll grab the remote. Is it on? No, it says turned off in my pocket. So turn it back on, it's linked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I like to pause when I'm going all the way up to 6. And that one. Because the biggest thing is you don't want to go bang, 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 bang and rush it to number 6. Because what you're going to do is cancel it out and turn it off. What happens when you go real fast, it thinks the remote control's in your pocket and you're bumping it on something. So it shuts down the remote so you can't change your settings. So once it senses that it's getting pushed on, it'll shut it down. That way you just turn it back on, and when you turn it back on, it'll restart back to 0. So you just got to watch those things. But as long as you're mindful, once you use it a couple of times, you kind of get the rhythm of what's going on. So we'll just wait for 30 seconds for the chemical to come through the line. We'll soak up those couple of bits, we'll switch it over, and then we're back to rinse mode. So I did stop and wash all this roof, so it took me about 5 to probably 8 minutes to rinse that roof off. I like to just take my time and really soak everything, soak the grass down below me, in case a little bit splashed off. So I think we got, yep. So we got soap just through. So we're going to splash a little bit down there on that edge, just there like that, and then we just want to get a little bit down on. So what I did there is I just wet the grill of the gutter guard, because there's just a little bit of black inside that gutter guard after we washed all the leaves away. So that'll just disappear now. We haven't hit that, but because we want to, so we turn the unit off, and then we turn it back on, so it links up, and that'll reset everything back to 0. All right, so we've had about 20 seconds. We've still got chemical in the line. The roof is still wet. So we'll just hit this last little bit, knowing that we've got about 30 seconds of chlorine in the line, and that it's going to work straight away as soon as we hit it. So just going to wait. Just smash a little bit over here. Just keep that wet. Like that. Knowing that's going to work really well. They've replaced the bits of metal on the lower screen, so that roof is going to be super easy. We're going to spray it from that corner of the fence just there. We'll put the platform up and we'll shoot that whole side from one spot, and then we'll jump up here just to get the corner and tidy that off. So we probably won't even run out of chemical today because we're not using it that much. Probably used 20 litres to clean that little shed. I probably used 40 litres to clean around the top of the roof and the bottom of this, and then probably 120 on the main roof. So not that much. I do have a lot of, because it's a Queenslander, a lot of rafters and a lot of rails on that one there, so that'll take up a fair bit of time and stuff. So yes, so overall this video is probably not that long, but that's how long it's taken me to clean this roof. And I'm really just take my time, make sure it's done properly, because I don't like to come back to things. I like to do it once and not have to do it again. I don't want a phone call from my customer saying, hey, you missed a spot on the roof. I'd rather spend 5-10 minutes extra on this roof, making sure it's done, walk off it, it's finished. I know it's finished personally, and that's all that matters. If he says he missed a spot, I'm like, oh, okay, where was it? Because I checked it 3 times and I didn't see a spot. So, and always take your before and after photos, so you got evidence. So that's clean the metal roof with the remote control Pro Blend Batch Buster. So saves time. Love it. I love it. I've been loving it for the last 7 months. It's just saved me so much time, you know, and it's quick. Like, at the end of the day, if I throw that out every year and buy a new one because it stuffs up or something blows up or melts or something, then I'll just do that. Just replace it and put a new one in. You know, put 5% of your money away, and that becomes your slush fund for getting equipment every year. And it's a good little tax write-off. And at least if you got good equipment every year, then you're going to have less breakdowns, less problems. So that's how I see it. And hopefully it helped you out with the roof. So we're going to rinse this, move on to the bottom, and then we're going to tackle the house.